Hi guys, it's Tom from Generation Graphics and welcome back to another video. We're wrapping the boat just behind us. It's a Sessa C38. We're down in Portland Marina and this one is going from a burnt orange, which was quite faded and damaged, and we're wrapping it in a gloss dark grey, which is also metallic. So let's get into it. The boat hasn't actually gone through any prep work, but we've noticed quite a fair bit of damage to the hull, but the client's all happy to go for it. He's just purchased the boat and he's keen to get it in the water. We've actually been delayed with the bad weather over the last couple of weeks, so yeah, he's in a bit of a rush to get it in, putting us under a bit of pressure, but we're just going to do the best possible job we can. We'll just highlight the bits which are damaged, and you can see what happens when you go straight over with a vinyl film and what sort of preparation work is needed just to make sure a wrap is completely perfectly smooth underneath. But as you can see, this is the boat just here. This is the vinyl all being laid up. You can see Chris and Ash just working their way forward. They made an early trip down here this morning from our office in Universal Marina. And then I'll just show you the port side, which hasn't been touched yet. And as you can see, that's quite narrow access. We would quite like a bit more space, but we're going to work with what we've been given. And this is the previous colour. And I'll just try to find some damage. So you've got a bit of blemishing here, and you've got some scratching there, and we'll just check back in when the vinyl's all laid up so I can show you what shows through the film. But you can see there's some big gouges here as well. And then we've also got these vents to handle as well, which we'll do in a separate piece. We'll lay the main piece over and then wrap them separately. So we got the first side all laid on the starboard side. Didn't take us too long. And then we just got to trim up. We've got to take it a little bit further down on the bottom line. He had a bit of a bleed line where the gel coat has bled into the white from the old colour on the burnt orange. So we'll take that a bit lower. Chris is just working on the inlay for the vent. So we'll first put a piece in there and then overlay the frame section of the vent. Doing a nice job. And then Ash is just working at the front, just making sure the vinyl reaches the bottom bleed line, and then he'll pull the wrap cut, get it all tucked in nicely. And then of course we got the portholes all to trim out and then tuck in the rubbing strake, and then this side should all be good. We've also got to do the black striping around the top of the roof up here, and then we will then move around to the port side. All going to plan so far. It's notoriously known that Portland gets pretty windy, but I think we've been pretty lucky today. We're in quite an open space, and then we'll move around to this port side just here. We've got to remove the old boat name, and then obviously we've got to battle the space implication, which we've got just down here. But Ash is just working on the forward section, getting it all down nicely. So we've laid up the port side now on the Sessa, and it's all gone to plan. We just unrolled it from the back and then started sticking. We've all laid it all up, and now Ash and Chris are trimming it all up. Chris is going to start the vent in a minute, and then we're going to work on the roof line. I've got to shoot off to another job, so we'll just give it a quick walk around now, show you the progress so far, and then we'll get some finished shots overlaid on the end of this video. But as you can see, we've made it. We worked all the way through this tight gap here. Got a chap polishing on the boat next door, and then we've just got to pull the wrap cut along that bottom line, trim up the top line, finish up round all the portholes. You can see how glossy this wrap is, which is nice and good. And then this starboard side is all finished like so, and then the vent is all up and together. We've managed to tuck it right up in. We're just going to leave this flat horizontal surface here just because we can't get access to it, but we made a nice job out of that. We couldn't get it all removed because I think it's all bonded into the hull. And then yeah, we've also got this swage line down the bottom here where we followed the old colour, but as you can see, we've managed to get it all tucked in around the portholes, and then we'll just need the owner to put a silicone bead around it just to authorise his warranty. And then the windows on the portholes also had this slight recess here where we had to mould the vinyl into. But as you can see, it's a nice fresh boat now. It's all come together quite nicely. And then Chris is just going to move around the other side now, working his way forward. But sun's out, and yeah, it's not too windy down here. So as you know, this boat had quite a bit of damage before, but as we've heated it all down, it has hidden it quite well. But as you can see, there's a couple of scratches here and there, but the owner wanted us to crack on, so that's what we did. And yeah, it's done quite a good job of hiding it with it being heated down and everything. Another job that he's going to have to do is silicone around these windows. We'll overlay the picture before showing what the window condition was like, but the silicone wasn't a clean edge for us to trim up against, but it will also seal in this whole edge once it's all got new silicone on it, which is a recommendation for us every post wrap. And yeah, we'd also silicone on the rubbing strake as a recommendation, which we would put forward to the client. But as you can see, it's all nice and fresh, and yeah, it's all come together nicely. So that's me all done down in Portland. I'm about to shoot off and measure up another job in Bucklers Hard and then head over to Gosport, and then that's Friday, another week done. But as you can see, nice fresh looking boat, and yeah, this client should be happy. He's just purchased it from BlackRock, and yeah, we thank them for the recommendation. But as you can see, it's a nice fresh boat, ready to go.